Hey everybody, going to give you a rundown of my Green Dragon, the Toyota Land Cruiser Troop Carrier, or Troopie for short, nicknamed the Green Dragon. So here you see it in its full glory with everything kind of set up, including the rooftop pop-up camper for sleeping, the awning that comes out and stretches 90 degrees around the back, and then some other features that I'll talk about as I go in closer. I apologize if it's going to be wobbly because I'm going to be walking. So anyways, on the exterior of the vehicle we have a drop down table with a power outlet for cooking and cleaning and whatever else. There's an exterior cabinet right above it that I keep utensils, plates, cutting board, solar lantern, stuff that you would use for cooking and cleaning. And then outside the vehicle, mounted on the back of the vehicle, is this metal box that you can access from the outside, and it has shelves in it. And I include the gas burner, spare fluids for the engine should they be needed, pots and pans which are in bags in the middle shelf, and the bottom shelf currently contains a bunch of firewood. And this can be closed and locked from the outside, as can the utensil cabinet can also be closed and locked from the outside. And it turns out that's very convenient to be able to access certain things from the exterior of the vehicle. And hanging here from the awning is my gravity water filtration bag. I'm kind of walking around the back of the vehicle now. Looking in the back of the vehicle, we have a refrigerator that's dedicated hookup to a house battery, a 12-volt house battery, so it can run for literally days. And the 12-volt battery is powered off a solar panel, which is mounted on the top of the rack up above. And there's also a bench that has a pad, so as an emergency could be used as a sleeping cot, with pull-out drawers underneath, of which on the right I include basically a lot of vehicle supplies and stuff that I wouldn't be using on a regular basis. And then this drawer here I'm basically using mainly for food storage. Okay, climbing up into the vehicle again, I apologize for the wobbliness. We have a sink that operates off a water pump, for which there is a 60-liter water tank stored under the bench that I'm sitting on. And you can access water inside with the sink, as well as a faucet immediately to the outside next to the drop-down table for cooking purposes. This is an inverter that converts the DC electric from the solar into AC with a plug, so you can plug in various things to power them off the house battery should you want to. And then underneath there, the sink, there's storage. I currently have food in the top and spare water as an emergency in the bottom, which I don't have open right now. And then underneath this, in this cabinet, I have food in the top, food that I'm not going to use until I use the other food out front. So this is kind of like my backup supply. And then below it, I don't have it open, but the next shelf is my clothing. And the bottom shelf, which I don't have open, is kind of long-term storage things. Okay, looking up above, you can see that the bed is in a propped up position right now. So I can actually stand up, and I still have almost 2 feet of headroom over my head, which is really nice. So if need be, bad weather, bad insects, what have you, I could be in here, walk around, and do what I need to do without having to crouch down. At night, though, we drop this bed, and it drops down into this position. Excuse me. Oh, sorry. I have something in the way down here. I have a storage bin in the way. So again, sorry for the making you dizzy part. This drops down, and as you can see, got a nice big queen size bed in here. Big queen size sleeping bag, screen, window on the sides, and then turning around, there's also a drop down door that I'm standing in right now, another screen and a rain fly. And when you climb up in here to sleep or whatever, you can drop down this door at my head, and it makes a platform up here that's probably a good 8 to 9 feet. So you've got all your sleeping room plus like at least 2 feet or more of storage space above your head. Really, really nice, and completely sealed from the elements and especially from any kind of biting insects. Okay, apologize for the wobble movement. One last thing as I take you around to the other side of the vehicle, just to show you the cab. So here's the front cab, 2-seater obviously, and it has a nice dash pocket with Velcro pockets for tools and for keeping all kinds of things. And then what's really handy is a shelf above the windshield, up above where I keep the bird books and my binoculars, so for quick grabbing for looking at wildlife. And then the last thing is this rear view mirror, which doesn't work because the back is of course sealed off, actually has a security camera that's pointing forward. So for accidents or theft, you've got this forward facing security camera. I should say that the screen behind the front seats is basically a Velcro screen that can be removed, so you could, if you wanted to, walk from the back to the front, although so far I've found it more convenient just to leave that shield down and kind of partition off the back from the front. The only other thing to say about the vehicle, I guess, is there's, in addition to the house battery which runs the fridge, there's a dual battery in the engine system, so you've got basically a backup should one of the batteries go bad. Obviously there's a snorkel, which you're looking at right in front of you in case you go through deep water. And I think that's it, other than the real techie mechanical stuff, which you can kind of read about on the site if you're kind of a mechanical or vehicle geek. So Derek, I'm talking to you directly, and perhaps Bill as well. All right, that's all. Take care, guys. Bye.